Well, good afternoon there, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra. So I thought I'd jump on here and talk about the incident that happened yesterday at the rally in Pennsylvania with Trump. Now, not talking about anything political, but what is this event, what is this going to mean for us being a preparedness type person? And there's a lot of people talking about it, a lot of speculation on both sides, blah, blah, blah. Well, I definitely think that when something like this typically happens, there tends to be a run on certain things in general. So do I think that there's going to be a run on firearms and ammunition? Probably, only because when something like this happens, politicians like to make it a political foothold for more laws, more restrictions and things like that. Now, having said that, because of who it happened to and where it was, I don't know if they're going to use that necessarily for the control and restriction issue of it, but I'm going to say probably the opposite is going to happen. I'm going to say that probably you're going to be looking, or we're going to be looking at a situation where people are going to be more concerned with protecting themselves, but not just protecting themselves, but thinking that this is going to cause those rules and regulations to happen. So there needs to be more of a run on things, or there needs to be more of a stockpiling situation happening because they're afraid that that's what's coming down the line. Because anytime something public, a public pew-pew incident, I'm trying to not get flagged on this, pew-pew incident happens, there tends to be this rule and restriction kind of lockdown on everything. So I do think that we're going to see that issue. I have heard rumors, and I've actually heard a few rumors in the past, recent past, that ammunition is going to be in very short supply and hard to get hold of. This might kind of tip that to where it is definitely very difficult and very hard to get hold of. So should we look at really getting that stuff for you and your family, if that's what you guys are into? I would say it would probably be a good idea, specifically on the ammunition part, not so much on the pew-pew part. But if you feel that you are lacking in those areas, then absolutely, definitely stock up. But I definitely think the ammo portion of that, we're probably going to see some kind of run or some kind of shortage or something going on with that. So yeah, definitely going to happen. The other thing that this could do is, because not just the incident itself, but because how the other side is coming out and really attacking that, there could be a tipping point for people to just kind of go, we're done. So could this lead to more unrest? Yeah, it is definitely very polarizing. It is definitely pulling people apart even more and more. I'm seeing it on social media. It is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those people that in the moment want to jump on and say, if you still support this person, or if you still like this person, or if you still like that person, you better unfriend me now, because I'm not yeah. Now, once again, don't let politics separate us, divide us, and polarize us, because it doesn't matter whose side you're on. It does not matter what side you're on. If you put your whole faith and trust and everything, your whole livelihood, in any politician, no matter what side you're on, any politician, you're just setting yourself up for failure. You're looking for that person that's going to come in and just save the day and fix everything, and everything will be great. And that's not going to happen on either side, to be quite honest. Just because there's so much more to it. So that's where us preparedness type people come into play. It shouldn't matter what they're doing out there. It shouldn't matter. Whoever is going to do something is going to do something, and it shouldn't matter what their choices or decision. Absolutely not. What matters is, let's just keep it in the back of our mind, not politics, not who's doing what, but keep it in the back of our mind that things are going on, and what things are going on. Don't put your head in the sand, and don't bury your head in the sand and be there and say, I just don't want to know anything. You have to know what's going on, to an extent. You don't have to be immersed in it. You don't have to be, you know, burdened by it or bothered by it, but you have to be in a position to where you at least can know what's going on, because that's what's going to help you prepare your family as best as you can. So politics aside, doesn't matter. Politics don't matter. I don't care. Whoever's going to win is going to win. Doesn't matter what I do. Whoever's going to win is going to win. I'll do my part, what I think is right, but ultimately I've got to let that go. What I have to focus on is, okay, how do these events, how do what's going on, how do what's happening in the world right now affect me and my family, and how do I need to best prepare us for that? So that's what we need to keep in mind. There's going to be crappy stuff happening, and I guarantee you that from here on out, it's just going to go downhill. It's just going to get worse. It's going to basically, this has lit a fuse, I think. So put all that aside, put all that stuff aside, and look at your family, your situation, and focus on what you need to focus on. If you need to get things right in food and water storage, then do that. If you need to get things right in pew and ammo, do that too. Security, you need to do that. How do you fortify your place? Make sure that you're secure. If you need to get yourself right with the man above, then by all means do that too. That should be an everyday thing though. That should be an everyday thing. But as far as preparing yourself and your family, that's what these events do for us. Doesn't matter politics, that doesn't matter. Focus on what you need to do. What is going to be the aftermath of these events? What is that going to cause? Are we going to see a supply chain shortage? Are we going to see a food shortage, a specific food shortage, you know, egg, beef, chicken, whatever? What's going to come down the line that's going to affect us personally and our families? And that's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to look at. Make sure that you got everything stocked up and stored up, 100%. Do what you have to do for yourself and your family, all right? That's what I have to talk about today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.